Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on a Yorkshire tragedy, a nice little one act about a husband and wife who don't get along very well. We're going to get to hear from the wife again today in scene 3, and what we have learned about them both through their actions and through what we heard in scene 1 from a couple of servants is that the husband is abusive and mean and says horrible things about his wife in public, and he gambles away all of their money. And this is sort of where we are now. He was angry with her because he has no money left and he's afraid that his children are going to grow up to be beggars. So he sent her to visit her uncle in London in the hopes that the uncle would sell off all of the lands that she was going to get in her dowry, and then the husband would be able to have more money to keep drinking and gambling and carousing with. But instead of doing that, and while she was gone, he got in a duel with the fourth gentleman and was slightly injured and decides that he needs to get revenge on the fourth gentleman. So she comes back, and instead of selling off her dowry lands, because she realized upon visiting her uncle that her uncle is also in rather dire straits, she instead arranged for the husband to get a job at court, because that would mean steady income. So when the husband came back in and he was like, money, money, give me my money, give me my money. And she's like, I have something better than money. And he says, what? And she says, I got you a job. My uncle helped get you a job in court. And isn't that going to be great? And he just started railing on her that this was a terrible idea and she was a whore and a slut. And how dare she expect him to work for a living and all that sort of thing. And she responds by saying, oh, heaven knows that my complaints were praises and best words of you and your estate. Only my friends knew of your mortgaged lands and were possessed of every accident before I came. If you suspect it but a plot in me to keep my dowry, or for mine own good, or my poor children's, though it suits a mother to show a natural care in their reliefs, yet I'll forget myself to calm your blood. Consume it as your pleasure counsels you, and all I wish, even clemency, affords. Give me but pleasant looks and modest words. So she's backing down and trying to calm him down in this by putting all of the blame on herself. He's upset that she got him this job, in part because it then implies that he has no money and no form of income. So it paints him in a bad light. So what she's starting out is saying, like, no, that's not what it was. I only praised you to everybody, and anybody that knew anything about our financial situation knew it well before I got there. I'm not planning to just try to keep the lands for myself or maybe pass them on to our children, even though would that be such a horrible thing if we were able to leave something for our children? Maybe not. But she's like, I apologize for all of it. Please just be nice to me for a second. Which, of course, he can't do. He continues to be angry with her, and he's like, money, give me my money now, you whore, you slut. And he actually ends up pulling out a knife at this point as to threaten her. And fortunately, a servant walks in right at that moment, is like, what am I seeing here? And the husband's like, what? I'm not allowed to look at my dagger? And the servant's like, well, there's somebody here to see you, somebody from the university. And the husband's like, all right, or if I from the university, you say, yeah, let's go. So they leave, and the wife gets a moment on the stage by herself to share a monologue, which I will share with you tomorrow. I will see you then. Mwah.